They told me, "This year Christmas is just for the nuclear families, Sophia. It'll be easier that way." Easier for them. I stood in my childhood living room holding a plate of cookies I'd baked at 2 a.m. because that's what I always do. And in one breath they turned me into a guest in my own life. I'm Sophia, 36, the emergency room nurse who can start in 4 in a moving ambulance, but apparently can't secure a seat at my parents' table, unless I come with a stroller. For 15 years I've been the one who drops everything when someone's kid has 104 fever. The aunt who learns every Pokemon name. The daughter who still sets the table with the good china because mom's hands shake now. I thought devotion had weight. Turns out it only counts if it comes with diapers. The verdict came from my sister-in-law Lauren, former sorority president, current Instagram saint. Voice like honey poured over broken glass. She said it with a sad little smile, like she was breaking bad news about the weather. My parents, Dennis and Marlene, nodded along. My brother Ryan studied the carpet. My little sister Grace suddenly found her phone fascinating. No one objected. No one even blinked. I thanked them for dinner, drove home through sleeting rain, and let my golden retriever, Juno, lick the salt off my face because it was the only comfort on offer. That night I didn't break. I upgraded. By sunrise I was on a travel site booking the one thing they'd never expect. A 2-week New Year's sailing from Barbados to the Grenadines on a small, stupidly luxurious windjammer. Teak decks, sails that actually billow, only 120 passengers. The kind of trip people save for anniversaries. I paid in full, no refunds, no regrets. I told no one. The next week I quietly transformed. New passport photos where I actually smiled. A wardrobe of linen and silk in colors I'd previously called too much. Hair cut into long, reckless layers that move when I turn my head. Strangers started speaking to me first. I started answering. December 23rd I kissed Juno goodbye, left my phone on airplane mode for 12 glorious hours, and boarded a ship that smelled like salt and possibility. First post went up Christmas Eve. Me barefoot on the bowsprit, champagne in hand, sunset bleeding pink across the sails. Caption: found a table with room for one. The fallout was immediate and glorious. Mom, Sophia, what on earth? Ryan, the kids opened your gifts and cried. Lauren, this feels targeted. Grace, everyone at church is asking questions. I muted the chat and went to dinner with a table of strangers who became chosen family by dessert. An Australian couple celebrating 40 years, a London photographer healing from loss, a retired jazz pianist who played "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" on deck just for me. Every island, every snorkel with spotted eagle rays, every plate of flying fish and rum punch. I posted. Not for revenge. For oxygen. The messages turned desperate. Mom, we told people you had to work. Now they've seen your stories. Lauren, you're making us look heartless. Ryan, Max thinks you're mad at him. Call your nephew Soph. Christmas night came the video that almost undid me. My 5-year-old niece holding a drawing of me wearing a superhero cape. Aunt Soph, are you fighting bad guys on a boat? I answered only her, voice note soft. I'm learning how to fly, baby. Be home soon. Silence for the rest of them. New Year's Eve we sailed under a full moon. I wore backless silver that caught every star. At midnight the crew passed champagne. And the captain let us ring the ship's bell. I rang it so hard my palms stung. Then I posted one final photo, no caption, just fireworks reflecting in black water. January 4th I flew home bronzed, calm, and entirely done auditioning for belonging. They were waiting at my tiny apartment. Parents, Ryan, Grace, even Lauren. Holding coffee and the kind of faces people wear after a long, hard look in the mirror. I let the quiet stretch until it hurt, then said the only thing that mattered. I'm not a supporting character in someone else's parenthood story. I'm the whole book. Love me like that or don't love me at all. Grace started crying. Ryan hugged me so tight I felt his heartbeat. Mom whispered, there's always been room. We were just too blind to clear the space. Nothing's magically fixed. Wounds this size scab slowly. But Max now FaceTimes me just to show me his new turtle. Mom asks about my night shifts instead of my ovaries. Lauren texts actual apologies instead of passive-aggressive emojis. I still book solo adventures. I still post sunsets without disclaimers. And when I walk into my parents' house now, nobody rushes to add a high chair to the table. They just pull out my chair, the one that was always mine if I refused to let them forget it. Sometimes the loudest way to say, I belong, is to leave beautifully until they remember why they miss you.